The world now doesn't trust the US banking system. That's a big problem. It is Tuesday morning, May 3rd, 2022. And when I say morning, I mean very, very early morning. I am catching a flight at 6 a.m. And so I'm going to be leaving here to head out to the airport shortly. But I wanted to film a video this morning, and I'm going to be dropping this video a few hours after I make it. But I wanted to make something this morning while I'm traveling. As I was reading a few articles last night, just a few things I wanted to talk about. And one of them is this article right here on Market Watch. California's population falls for second straight year. And I am leaving this morning, jumping on a plane and looking at ranches, small farms, pretty much in the middle of nowhere in the southern part of the United States. And I plan to be a statistic myself of the population falling here in California, because I'm going to be leaving this state as soon as I can. And right now, what I plan to do is begin to look at small ranches, small farms, acreage, and really find a place that I feel comfortable, a place where I want to go, where I can take my family, where my friends can come if they'd like, and spend some time, fish, hunt, whatever. And so this is a really, really huge move for me. And, you know, it is not cheap to rent a car, to fly 2,000 miles away, to stay at hotels, and to commit to something like this and invest the time and energy. You know, I'm not doing this for my health. I really, really walk the walk, and I know it is time to get out of California. And now is the time to begin looking, as we are going to see more price reductions coming. I'm getting them every day. And whether it's condos, single family residences, farms, acreage, whatever, we are beginning to see price reductions. We are going to get a rate hike this May 4th. It's going to be 50 basis points in my opinion. What does this mean for mortgage rates? And now they're talking 75 basis points in June. What is this going to mean? I know what it means. It means that there are going to be less qualified, eligible buyers for property. And as a result of that, we are going to see prices coming down. We're going to see more inventory hitting these markets, as people are going to be forced financially to sell their properties, as we're going to see this massive inventory of new home construction coming to the market mid to late summer. We still have 1.1 million homes in mortgage forbearance. Many of these homes are going to be hitting the market. And so things are about to change here, ladies and gentlemen. And so I want to get my ducks in a row. I am leaving California, no doubt about that. When is the question? When does this market really begin to turn? And when I see something that I see a value that I think is a deal, I'm not buying in a bubble. I'm not paying full price. I can promise you that. But I'm not looking for it to crash in order to buy it. I just want to see the needle move a little bit, and I want to see some air taken out of this bubble before I commit to purchasing a property. And I think that is beginning right now. So we're going to head out and we're going to see what's available in some of these other states. And it's going to be pretty interesting. And I'm going to be taking all of you along, bringing the camera, bringing the gear, and I'm going to report with all of you what I'm seeing, what the temperature of this economy looks like in other states, like the one I'm going to. And just watch the next video, and I will be letting you all know where I'm at and what's going on. So check it out. But I want to go over some of these articles. This one coming from The Hedge: why every American should care that diesel prices are surging across the country. If you think gas prices are bad, diesel prices are even worse. Average retail diesel price per gallon right now, $5.32. Too many Americans, too many politicians are dismissing the importance of these diesel prices. Diesel is the fuel that drives the economy. 97% of all Class 8 vehicles, you know, those big giant semis that deliver your food, your retail goods, all your products, they require diesel. And those diesel prices are through the ceiling. And this is all being passed on to you and I. And no matter what the Fed does, they can't really do much about this fuel crisis that we have going on. They can't do anything about the shortages. They can't do anything about the ships piling up out in Long Beach and LA. They can't do anything about the shutdowns in China. There are so many things happening, ladies and gentlemen, and the inflation on top of it, and some of this causing even more inflation. Only time is going to tell how this all plays out, but you must be prepared for the worst because it is no doubt going to get much worse. CNBC, bubble hitting 50% of market. Top investor warns as Fed gets ready to meet. Fed meeting the 3rd and 4th. This 4th, we will get that rate hike. Money manager Dan Suzuki of Richard Bernstein Advisors says this market may be in the early innings of a dramatic decline. And he says we are in a bubble. It's nice to see people admitting finally where we're at. Now, of course, the television, The Economist, and many others will be so late to the party. By the time they even realize that we're in a recession, we will already be in a depression. He says, go back and look at history of bubbles. They don't softly correct, and then they're off to the races 6 months later. You typically see a major correction of 50% or more, Dan Suzuki says. 50% or more. If people think it's bad right now, if they think that these markets, that they're seeing major market volatility right now, they ain't seen nothing yet. I don't know what the markets are going to do this morning. They're not going to open for a few hours, but it'll be interesting. I'll be on a plane, but this stuff, you can't even predict anything right now. You look at what is happening in Eastern Europe, you look at inflation, you look at gas prices, you look at diesel prices, you look at a food crisis, you look at the supply chain disruption, you look at the debt, you look at the deficits, you know, it goes on and on and on. You look at mortgage rates, you look at GDP shrinking by 1.4%, and markets go up. It's fascinating. Recession almost inevitable, former Fed Governor Roger Ferguson says on MarketWatch.com. Very interesting. More people warning us, and we're hearing more about this food crisis, we're hearing more about shortages, and we're hearing more about an economic downturn. Don't take this lightly, ladies and gentlemen. Look, there are people out there that are dismissing this, people out there that just believe if they hope enough, this is going to go away. And there are people out there just in full denial because they are watching their 401ks get smashed and demolished, and they cannot admit what is going on, even though they see what is going on. This is why I've said for years, don't keep all your money in a 401k. Don't hope that your pension's going to be there for you. Don't keep all your money in this casino we call the stock market. Make sure you are diversified. Have cash, have some gold, have some silver. And the people that didn't listen right now are getting extremely nervous. In fact, they're so nervous, they're denying that anything like this is even happening right now. That's how scared they are. I want to finish with this last article coming from the economiccollapse.com. Michael Snyder, a really smart gentleman. And he has an article here titled, "Is This Finally the End for America's Greatest Stock Market Bubble?" And I want to just kind of paraphrase through this article a little bit because it's very, very true. And he points out some very good things here that are undeniable. Even though There have been so many problems with the economy over the past 12 months. Many Americans continue to believe that everything would eventually be okay because stock prices remained stubbornly high. But now stock prices are crashing. The cold, harsh reality of what we are facing is starting to set in for millions upon millions of people. And these people, ladies and gentlemen, have no plan. They are so in the system. They have no food, no water, no cash, no savings, no option. They're in big trouble. Most of you have been preparing for over a year. Many of you probably have been preparing for many years. And there are people out there, millions upon millions, who thought that this would never happen. This is just the beginning. These people are getting very, very scared. Trillions of dollars of paper wealth has already been wiped out, and many experts warn the worst is yet to come. You only make money in the stock market if you get out in time. You know, there are so many investors, and I know some of them, you probably know some of them. They're so deep in these markets, they can't get out or they won't get out. And these people are going to get wiped out in the end. And many of these people, they're in their 60s and 70s. This is it for them. This is everything they have. Their entire savings, retirement is in these markets. And they are going for broke. And it's a scary time. And as I've said many times in the past, it is already too late for millions of people. They've acquired so much debt. They have no skill set. They have no preparations. They have no chance. And if you're watching this video right now, if you have a job, if you have some side hustles, you have some sort of income, be smart. Be putting that food and water away. Be putting those preparations away. If you have the ability to buy some gold, with these pullbacks we're seeing right now, I think it's a no-brainer. And that's not financial advice. It's what I'm doing. That's what my friends are doing. They're going to continue to buy what's on sale. At the end of this movie, the end of this game, call it whatever you want, all that is going to matter is what you're holding. And that is gold, silver, food, water, barterable items. This is what's going to matter. Pieces of paper, digits on a computer screen, not going to matter. Real things, real assets are what is going to matter. And once the dust settles, I believe that we're going to see a huge play in gold, where gold is going to be the benchmark of real money. We are going to see, and this is just my opinion, but when you see what's happening with China and Russia right now, and gold and the gold-backed ruble, gold-backed yuan, all the talk of this, gold is coming to the forefront, ladies and gentlemen. It will not be denied, and it's been smashed down. But I'll tell you what, I feel very, very good having gold, having some silver, because I know that I can get to it. I know that it's real. I know I can take it anywhere in the world, and the world sees it as the only true real money on planet Earth. And everything happening now behind the scenes tells me that gold's going to play a very important role here with this new system that is coming. See, the world now doesn't trust the U.S. banking system. That's a big problem. It's a big problem for the U.S. dollar. And it tells me that it's a necessity now to own gold. It's a necessity now to get all the debts paid off. It's a necessity now to have multiple assets like acreage, like food, like water, like gold, like silver. And look, I'm still a believer in cash. I think the dollar's been going up, and we're going to see continued rises in the interest rate, which I think is going to benefit the dollar, probably going to push metals down for a bit until the metals market realizes that these interest rate hikes are not going to be enough to fight inflation, that inflation is still going to be much higher than the interest rate. And when the precious metals market figures this out yet again, you're going to see the metals climb right back up. But look, all it takes is a couple days and gold can be right back at $2,000. So I would take advantage of the sales right now. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Again, not financial advice. But as I get ready to leave here and head to the airport and to begin looking at ranches so I can be another statistic of the people leaving the state of California, I want to thank everybody for your time. Thanks for watching this video. Please share it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you are alerted with the newest videos. Stay safe out there. God bless. Stay on course. Keep preparing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the markets are going to do this morning. I don't know how it's going to play out today. I don't really care because the economy is toast. It's over. I don't care what the stock market does. It's all fake. It's rigged. It's manipulated. Watch my video from yesterday. It's a joke. Right now, you need to really be preparing and looking out for yourself, your family, and that means physically, financially, spiritually. Stay safe. God bless.